Recorded Books presents A Hacker's Mind, How the Powerful Bend Society's Rules, and How to Bend Them Back, by Bruce Schneier, narrated by Dan John Miller. Introduction. They say that water, it never runs uphill. It never has, and it never will. But if you get enough money involved, there's bound to be a loophole in the natural law, and water is going to flow uphill. Water never runs uphill. Jim Fitting, Session Americana. A company called Uncle Milton Industries has been selling ant farms to children since 1956. The farms consist of 2 vertical sheets of clear plastic, about a 1/4 inch apart, sealed at the sides, and with a top you can open up. The idea is that you fill the space with sand and put ants into the 2-dimensional environment. Then you can watch them dig tunnels. The box doesn't come with any ants. It would be hard to keep them alive while it sat on the store shelf, and there's probably some child safety regulation about insects and toys. Instead, the box comes with a card where you can write your address, send it to the company, and receive back a tube of ants in the mail. When most people look at this card, they often marvel that the company would send a customer a tube of ants. When I first looked at the card, I thought, wow, I can have this company send a tube of ants to anyone I want. Security technologists look at the world differently than most people. When most people look at a system, they focus on how it works. When security technologists look at the same system, they can't help but focus on how it can be made to fail, how that failure can be used to force the system to behave in a way it shouldn't, in order to do something it shouldn't be able to do, and then how to use that behavior to gain an advantage of some kind. That's what a hack is, an activity allowed by the system that subverts the goal or intent of the system. Just like using Uncle Milton's system to send tubes of ants to people who don't want them. I teach cybersecurity policy at the Harvard Kennedy School. At the end of the first class, I announce a surprise quiz for the next time we meet. I tell the students that they will be expected to write down the first 100 digits of pi from memory. I understand that it is not realistic to expect you to memorize 100 random digits in 2 days, I tell them. So I expect you to cheat. Don't get caught. 2 days later, the room is buzzing with excitement. Most of the students don't have any new ideas. They've written the digits on a tiny scrap of paper, which they hide somewhere. Or they record themselves reading the digits and try to conceal their earbuds. But some are incredibly creative. One student used an invisible ink and wore glasses that made the digits visible. One student wrote them out in Chinese, which I don't read. Another encoded the digits in different colored beads and strung them on a necklace. A fourth memorized the first few and the last few and wrote random digits in the middle, assuming that my grading would be sloppy. My favorite hack was from a few years ago. Near as I could tell, Jan was just writing the digits down in order, albeit very slowly. He was the last one to finish. I remember staring at him, having no idea what he might be doing. I remember the other students staring at him. Is he actually calculating the infinite series in his head? I wondered. No. He programmed the phone in his pocket to vibrate each digit in Morse code. The point of this exercise isn't to turn my class into cheaters. I always remind them that actually cheating at Harvard is grounds for expulsion. The point is that if they are going to make public policy around cybersecurity, they have to think like people who cheat. They need to cultivate a hacking mentality. This book tells the story of hacking, one that's very different from what's depicted in movies and TV shows and in the press. It's not the story you'll find in books teaching you how to hack computers or how to defend yourself against computer hackers. It tells the story of something much more endemic, something fundamentally human, and something far older than the invention of computers. It's a story that involves money and power. Kids are natural hackers. They do it instinctively because they don't fully understand the rules and their intent. So are artificial intelligence systems. We'll get to that at the end of the book. But so are the wealthy. Unlike children or artificial intelligences, They understand the rules and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?